man who had been in the basement for half a year finally came out today. Seeing the helpless man lying dead at the door, there was no movement in his heart. The bus slowly moved towards its destination. In the middle of the way, he found a stray dog which was dead. The clothes were not moving at all, and he increased his pace to leave from here. He came to a place where it was forbidden to walk, then he went to the other side. When he was sure that no one saw him, so he quietly entered the crowd. The people here all came to take blood and eat food. There were various kinds of armed guards all around, and vampires wandering around. It was the vampire soldier standing on the roof of the building who suddenly shouted. The vampires standing on the street suddenly became active, and ran towards the clothes. He had no choice but to stand against the wall, but his hands had already grabbed the pistol. At this moment, the man standing beside him suddenly ran out. The vampire behind him suddenly dropped him, and sucked his blood. Clearly, it wasn't for the clothes. The clothes ran to the right side of the street in a mess. In a corner he found a water truck. He thought they were carrying water, but when he looked up, he found that there was a lot of blood left in the pipe. It was discovered that after the New York River explosion, the entire American Sunshine Line was covered with radiation powder, due to which vampires could move freely even during the day. The vampire blood group is now in the middle of the city, and people who are easily controlled in such circumstances, they have even formed a sister organization. This organization is famous for its collaboration with vampires. The more you go in the bloodline every day, advanced medical services, food, and other necessities can be found. But in reality, people are living in complete fear of vampires. An accident could easily turn into a vampire mauling. If there is repression, there will be opposition too. People in the black market are dissatisfied with the vampire rules. They try to get the supplies of life. All food items are replaced here. On this day, the clothes received a task from the black market, giving medical treatment to a woman, revenge with a little sacrifice. But the clothes had just had the wine and hadn't started enjoying themselves. Many vampires discovered the black market. Everyone took up arms and protested, but in the end, both sides were unable to retreat. Ultimately, they all remained trapped in the car, but they were ambushed on the way. The car exploded and overturned on a side road. Except for the clothes, everyone in the car was killed. He also rescued an injured man from a distance. It was there that she learned that the explosion was a plan she and her sister, Ellie, had planned. At Eli's request, Capta decided to stay back to take care of his brother. Of course, this was not without benefit. He also took some food items from others. He also learns that Eli and his organization are a resistance organization who are experts in dealing with vampires. At this moment, a person from the organization suddenly came back. If he and his companions facing attacks from vampires, then his companions would have their blood sucked out of their bodies right there. He managed to escape. The clothes on the side remind him that once their partners are fully infected, so the blood group can get all his memories, they should retreat immediately. Vampires could possibly come here, just as everyone was packing up and leaving. The vampire army also entered the camp. The cloth suddenly exploded a set of bombs. The people of the organization succeeded in retreating safely. Eli searched for clothes at night. Hopefully he can join the organization and fight together. But the cloth thinks that blowing up the car is very weak as a tool. Why not take the blood directly to the car? Thousands of people should be killed unknowingly. So Kappas became the commanding officer of the operation, and his plan becomes the key to saving Yabo and Luda. 3 months ago, when Luda and Yabo were about to return home, they found their living quarters attacked by vampires. Many people were trapped in the car. Yabo asked him to bring out the sunset light. There was a way to save the world. After all, Luda had to take the sunset light. Although he finally found the book, yet the vampire caught him. A minute before I was caught, Luda successfully hides the book. When he got into the car, he found that Yabo was also in the car. Both became the next ball. They were then taken to a human concentration camp. Yabo was moved from Telegram at the same time. Ludo was locked up alone with the other vampires. The blood group vampires like to drink. That is why such people are especially afraid. It is good to serve only for food and drink, but other vampires don't bother. But women are forced to get pregnant. Make sure the child born is also a vampire. That's why Luda has been trying to escape for 3 months. He also made deals with the employees inside, hope they will help him. As the two were discussing the plan, a pregnant woman suddenly screamed and ran out. She said her roommate did not return after going to the doctor in the morning, and all the daily necessities were missing. She quickly recovered from her 5th abortion failure. Doctors rushed in, but could not control the woman. Luda, seeing the situation, immediately calms the woman down. At this moment, manager Song Chi arrived on the scene. The woman was not calming down under his care, but she calmed down after 3-4 words from Luda. Sang-chi appreciates Luda's ability. So he wanted to give his income, but Luda flatly refused. He tried to find Sang-chi, said he was willing to work for him, and is looking for an opportunity to escape from here. The next day, Luda received the mission, consoling a pregnant woman. Finally the woman gave birth to a child. But the doctor did not even allow the woman to see the child. Instead, someone simply took the child. This makes Luda very angry, she directly caused a commotion in the maternity ward and caught Song-chi. Then he ran in the direction of the child, but by mistake he reached a nearby factory. But there are no caged animals here. This is a living person. They were basically at the top of the biological chain. Now they are the mouths of vampires. Vampires are like procedural pigs. Place the living person on a well-maintained flow line, suck blood, burn gas, and drink. They don't even spare a newborn baby. Luda is shocked by this scene. He doesn't notice that he's surrounded by vampires. He was then taken to the basement by the guards. Here he saw his old friend Thomas. The enemy's face was red. Both of them did not respect each other. Thomas used his power to threaten her. Then he gave himself a cup filled with blood. Under many pressures, Luda's mental defenses slowly break down. Thomas took the opportunity to ask about Yabo. Luda said Yabo and he were caught together. Now perhaps your subordinates took it, Thomas immediately searched for saying she got the data of all the employees of that day checked. Information was received that Yabo was not dead. At present it has been closed for use in the 7th research area. So Yabo was searched down in the dark, and Luda was being sent to the slaughterhouse. He was standing in line in the back of the room. In a moment of crisis, Luda told everyone the truth. There was a commotion. Everyone was fighting with the guards. He took the opportunity and ran towards the 7th area, but he collided with Thomas in the middle. Luda lit his own lighter and grabbed Thomas, successfully rescued Yabo. As well as, the clothing is being designed to kill vampire venom. His formula is poison water. After this, he had a car accident, transport stopped, and secretly put poison in the truck. In the middle of the night, they came in a flood of blood, rested in the snow. Found that all the vampires here had become poisonous, went to the deepest part. The vampires here were all poisonous. Yabo is very satisfied with his work. Then he went to the nearby office, recorded the line of truck transport on the wall. But Yabo saw a strange place. The vampires seem to be taking some things to each city, and the number is huge. Yabo decided to take a quick look. He went to a city according to the location given on the map, but there was no one in the city. Then Yabo found a phone on the ground. According to the video on the phone, they found out everyone in the city was taken to Heartland Horizon.no. Worries that it's a human paradise created by vampires. Then they looked at the so-called Heartland Horizon. Humans are not heaven at all. This is a human farm. When men are in flood, the alcoholic who created that situation, Jack. But at home, because he made a lot of money, the blood group didn't just send him security guards. He even sent a maid. Jack is young, but has a very mature mind. He fell in love with this woman at first sight. After this, he often took his maid along with him. He would have walked